Hey there Chris 4 hello.
A, B, C, D, fuck you.
alert, rude alert, abandoned shop. This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
There we go. Get some mic on. Hello everybody, how are we doing? How are you doing? Hello. Is everybody well? Hello Jess, hello Avian, hello Purples, the trilogy, the trio, the trilogy of death. Is everybody doing well? Yeah, so if you follow me over on Patreon, you'll have seen the transfer video. I did a transfer video on this guy. So he's just kind of been mocked up and he's alright. I don't like the black. So I'm not a fan of how I've done the black. So we're going to shift the black. We're going to do a little bit paler and we're going to do a little bit warmer as well. We're going to hopefully put that colour scheme that I've got in my head on here. And Spiky is going to appreciate this colour scheme because I think we're going to base it around Skaven Blight Dinge. I think we're going to base it around that. Having a day off, so you're just building my final custodies, the big transport tanky thingy. Oh, you got the big one, nice! We must hear your opinions on 40k 11th edition video. 11th edition video? Which 11th? What, the one from yesterday? I've not watched it, dude. I've not watched it. 11th edition will be fine. I've not watched any videos on it. Yesterday. The relaunch thing, yeah, I've not watched it. How's the big transport tanky thingy going? Let's get some music on while there we go. Oh wow, that's loud. Why is that so loud? Is that loud enough? Can you hear the music, or do I need to turn it up a fraction? It's a video that should have been a long time ago, in my opinion. It conveys the vibes of the game. Oh. Right. So yeah, the plan is, I'm just going to shift that up to there. The plan is to try to get this painted up. Oh, I'm glad the video was good though. That sounds good. There we go. So yeah, this is Mr. Death Spectre. Tank is going great, thank you. I've built and painted the interior and magnetised it so I can look inside. Oh wow! Wow! Check you out with your magnets. So yeah, I think I'm going to base it around Escaping Black Dinge. I think that's the colour we're going to kind of base it on. So a nice warm grey. Just need to build the big side noodlers. I'm glad you like the video, Avian. That's good. Excellente. Excellente. Unlurk, yay, welcome back. Okay, so I'm going to try and push that out of shot so that we can use this for Patreon. So yeah, I'm going to brush paint, or at least that's the plan anyway. Though I shouldn't really use this brush. Let's get a proper brush out. There we go. How's purples today? It was my boss, so I prefer to do it in a meeting. Wait, what? Still could have been I love it when a 30-minute meeting lasts 15 minutes. Ah, nice. Kind of meh, but could be worse. Oh, you're kind of meh, sorry. Or was the meeting kind of meh? I can't remember what I asked now. Is that your kind of meh, or the meeting was kind of meh? Whiskey! Whiskey, how are you? The UK Games Expo? No, I didn't go.
What's the plan then?
We're going to the Winchester.
Yeah,
The pub.
boy!
Yeah, boy!
Free the Cat channel? Free the Cat channel? Are you looking for? Are you going to go UK Games Expo next year? Is that the plan, Jess? If your subscription runs out, you get pings on the subscriber-only Discord channels but can't interact with them. Oh no! So you get messages saying the potatoes are there, but you can't look at them. Oh, that's sneaky. That's not a setting that I've set or anything. I hope so. Everyone I know online seems to have gone. It looked amazing. Yeah, lots of people went. Good, good. What is the premier miniature wargaming convention in the UK? It's probably the UK Games Expo, to be fair. Although that's not really wargaming, so actually I don't know. There must be... Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because the UK Games Expo is not really... It's the Games Expo is more like board games than wargaming. I think wargaming is actually a bit more of a niche hobby than people realise, because I'm not sure whether Warhammer is even wargaming anymore. There's a topic of conversation. Is Warhammer even wargaming anymore? Yeah, it might be Salute. It might be Salute. I think Salute is more wargame orientated than UK Games Expo. Like I say, Games Expo is like fucking Pokemon and board games more. Yeah, I miss Fest as well. Well, I miss Games Day.
Yes, I'm a gatekeeper and a hater.
Hey, Tari.
I'm also God's favourite princess and the most interesting girl in the world.
I miss Games Day. If we're going to miss things, I miss Games Day. How are you, Tari, too? The most interesting girl in the whole world is now in Twitch chat. I'm alright, how are you? I'm alright, thank you. I've got chili in the slow cooker again. That'll cheer me up, which will be nice. So I'll have a nice bowl of chili tonight. And trying to do Death Spectres without an airbrush. Yum chili, yes, exactly. Exactamundo. Yum chili. Should definitely cheer me up, so that'd be good. You got butternut squash? Oh, butternut squash soup. Looking forward to ordering Armageddon at the weekend. Sweet. I'm getting it for the orcs. Yum yum chili, chili chili chili. What colour helmet does a codex compliant chapter give its captains? There's a question. Red's lieutenant, isn't it? So it's not red. Are captains white? Is it helmet markings for a captain? Is it red with stripes? Is it red with stripes? I still think red with stripes is a lieutenant. I don't think I've got that right. Annoyingly, we're going to have to check Ultramarines. The Death Spectres are Codex compliant chapters, so... this guy's a captain. Is it red and white stripe, a la Titus? He was a lieutenant. Oh, Titus. Yeah, I think Titus was just a lieutenant, wasn't he? So I think it's a white. I think it's a white helmet. I think a captain is a white helmet. I'm not sure. I think a captain is a white helmet. I'm trying to because Death Spectres have kind of bone white helmets anyway, so we might have to put some markings on it. To differentiate it out. Read the 11th edition rules yesterday. I'm a bit lost. To me it looked more like an appendum to the existing rules than a complete set. Some of the examples were not complete and didn't make sense to me, but I'm a noob, so get me wrong. 10th edition codex markings. That knee pad is going to have to be yellow, isn't it? Because if I paint this one yellow, you're not going to see it. So I may as well paint the one that you can see yellow. So we'll do the back knee pad grey. I have removed the knee brow off this one. I haven't removed it off this one at the back because there's a little bit too much going on in terms of what's glued to it. You're going with they have no specific colour. It's pauldron markings. No colour change on the helmet. Ah. Thank you very much. So it's just a bone white helmet. That's good. If it were my choice, I'd do a white helmet with a black skull marking over the face. Well, we do have a Mark 8 helmet on him. So it does have the eyes and the cool gas mask grill. I've got so many of these helmets, I get to use them all on the Death Spectres now, which is great. And then we can do all the Phobos and jump packs. Thank you. Found you from Instagram via a few creator mutuals. How are you doing, Krieg?
Battery Aziz.
Battery Aziz.
Get another one, you moron. I think I have one in the truck.
I think I have one in the truck. Okay, so he's supposed to have a big cloak, but I've taken the cloak off. I've sculpted the cloth, so he's got this cloth going over his shoulder. So I've sculpted a little bit around underneath there, just so that it ties in with the strap. What squads am I doing for the Death Spectres? So the Death Spectres, because one of the challenges, and I waffled all this at the beginning of the last Patreon video as well. One of the challenges and like justification, not really justifications, but trying to accept how Terminators and heavy intercessors and gravis armor and aggressors and things like that get into my Raven Guard army for 40k. I was really struggling with how to do it. And in Horus Heresy, you'll all know that I have my Raven Guard and Horus Heresy are going to have Solar Auxilia allies, which is how they're going to have like tank support and stuff. So any tanks are going to pretty much be from the Solar Auxilia allies, and trying to get the same thing for the 40k was a bit of a challenge. Well, not a challenge, it was trying to get that heavy support idea for the Raven Guard in 40k was the challenge. And I'm going to have a unit of Terminators with lightning claws and paint them red for the Deliverers. So I'm going to have the Deliverer Terminators in 40k. But then all the cool stuff that's coming out in Armageddon, like the Vanguard Veterans with jump packs, like Blade Guard Veterans as well. Like Blade Guard Veterans don't really fit my idea of Raven Guard. And then you have heavy intercessors, you've got Gravis armor like this guy, and everything like that. So I was trying to think how to do that, and then I thought, well, actually, if you look at successor chapters, and it was one of those, oh, hang on, isn't there like a really cool successor chapter for the Raven Guard? I'm sure there was one, and I did a quick Google search, and it's the Death Spectres. So I was like, oh, I could just use the Death Spectres as allies to the Raven Guard, and then allocate all the heavy infantry, heavy intercessors, Terminators, Gravis, like suppressor jump packs and things. I can just allocate them all to Death Spectres. So basically all the Death Spectres are going to be the really heavy the heavy hitters. So anything that's in heavy intercessor armor, like Gravis armor, Mark 10 Gravis armor, Terminators, tanks, anything like that. I can paint up as Death Spectres. That's the plan. That's the plan. Whether that translates out or not, I do not know. We shall see. Like we say, I've already sort of done. That one was the first one that I sort of mocked up just to see what it would look like. There's the Death Spectre transfer sheet which I've got, which is okay. They're not particularly well printed. They've got like a very red outline because the ink has kind of bled a little bit on the transfer. So I'm still sort of tempted to use the Death Guard transfer sheet from Horus Heresy and make the Death Spectre transfer out of that, because you get 2 sides, and then obviously you can just put a skull over the top of the 2 sides. So I might still do that rather than use that transfer sheet which I got. But we will see. We shall see. Absolutely adore the Raven Guard you have pinned on my account. Thank you very much, dude. Which one? Titus? Is it that one? There we go. Demetriana Titania. Stick her head in. There we go. Her head's a bit wobbly. Her head's a bit wobbly because it's only tacked in. Yeah, Titus came out quite well. This was me. This was me being grumpy that Games Workshop didn't send me the. I know, woe is me, right? Games Workshop didn't send me the Nightbringer, and instead they sent me. Instead, they sent me Titus. I was like, well, fine. I'm going to turn Titus into a Raven Guard then. She's EP. she is EP. She's very EP. She's one of the rare. She's one of the rare lieutenants in the Raven Guard who can sleep anywhere. It's part of her allure. You did watch the vid. Oh, thank you. Looks good on camera. Looks fire as fuck. Okay, it's over. Oh, by the way, actually, adore. What's over? Oh, adverts. Sorry. Love Nightbringer. My second favourite Catan. Yes. Well, I need to convert the Nightbringer if I get one. Because I want to convert the pose into the old artwork. That would be really cool if I could do that. So at some point, it's quite warm still. Still trying to decide what chapter to do Marines. It's a nightmare, isn't it? It's a nightmare, Tari. It took me ages to kind of fall on the Raven Guard, as you all know. We had a right rigmarole of what chapter I'm gonna do Marines. And to be honest, I'm really happy. And it has sort of gone full circle, because the first Marines I started painting when I got back into the hobby were Raven Guard, because they're assassins. I was like, well, I'll do some Raven Guard. Started converting them out of Firstborn. I never really finished that project because I got distracted by Necrons. So they got sent to my friends at Tabletop Tactics to use as parts. And then obviously I did the Dark Pharaons, which were a bit of a flop. I didn't really like how they worked out, and now it's just committing to the Raven Guard. So the Raven Guard are going really well. We've got that dude here who's looking pretty good. You can slap back Chris for that shitty comment. What? What was the shitty comment? That you like colours theme. I haven't even touched on the miniatures so much work to put into it all. Instead, I'm hyper focused on the lore and the guns. Lore and the video games like Vermintide, Space Marine, Darktide, Bolt Gun, especially Total War. Everybody's obsessed with Total War. I don't get it. The one above that. The one above that? Might stick. You're welcome on helping you find your chapter. I might stick with Flesh Tearers. Huge lover of RTS. Yeah, I like Red. I played a lot of Red Alert, Command and Conquer Red Alert, when I was younger. I just could not get into Total War at all. Just did not like it. It's really weird. So yeah, I just tapped out. Tapped out on Total War. Everybody else can love it, and I'll just be like, nah, it's not for me. Which is fine. You do like Flesh Tearers. There is a video. There's a very old video.
Fart in your general direction.
Hey, Captain Manaringo. There is a very old video on my Patreon about painting Flesh Tearers, and that's actually Tari. That was a 20-minute, 30-minute. 30, I think it was a 30-minute paint job.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal. Thank you for the bits, guys. Thank you for the bits shout out. Thank you for the follow as well, Death Creek. Yeah, so if you go on my Patreon or my YouTube and search for Flesh Tearers, there's a couple of videos, because there's a part 1 and a part 2. The part 1 is painting like the basic, which is what I'm going to try and do with this. Painting like the basic colours and highlights in, and it literally took me like 30 minutes. And then the next one is kind of refining it, and then there's also a freehand in the Flesh Tearer logo or Legion symbol. Yeah, this is a better colour. This is a better colour. I'm happier with this. This is much better. Much better. Nice one, Chris. Much better grey. Now I'm just going to make sure that all the panels are actually covered. So the next. I don't know whether I've got any heavy intercessors. If I have some heavy intercessors, I will do a unit of heavy intercessors with heavy bolt rifles. And then after that, I'm going to convert a unit of Terminators out of the new Dark Angel Terminators, which I know Purples will be happy about, because that means that they're not Dark Angels. Any excuse not to paint, not to build Dark Angels, right, for Purples. So they're the two units that I definitely know I want, and after that, I think I have 3 aggressors. I think I have 3 aggressors. So I could do 3 aggressors as well in Death Spectre form. So now you know the plan. Are there any other... Like, I would absolutely love to do Centurions, because I really like Centurions. However, 40k is just going to kill them off, isn't it? So, as much as I really don't mind the idea of legacies and stuff, actually going out of my way to go and buy some Centurions to paint up as Death Spectres just so that Games Workshop can then kill them off this edition. I'm not totally up for doing that. The only cool thing about the dark are the watchers in the dark. The rest can go dive in the sun. I think I just have to do it and not care too much. I bought some custom transfers ages ago. It's just a project that's been on the back burner. I originally wanted Blood Angels, but long story, I felt I couldn't do them, so I chose Flesh Terrors instead. I think Flesh Terrors sounds like a good plan. Once they are killed off, buy them on eBay for cheap. That's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe they will be dirt cheap on eBay. The only downside to that is that it'd have to be like an eBay rescue thing rather than a sprue. So you'd have to strip them and hope that they were glued together sufficiently well, clean up all the mold lines and stuff. Yeah, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. eBay rescue can be fun. Yeah, it can be fun. It can be fun. You can do things like this. This wasn't an eBay rescue, this is second hand, but it's still not looking too bad. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as they get ditched, the price will drop. And then after like a few months, years, the price will go back up again because you can't get the models anymore. So you got to get them in that window. But yeah, I love Centurion. I think Centurions look amazing. I don't know why people hate them. I don't know why. I really don't know why they get so much hate. I think they look fab. And he's going to have, so he has a bone white helmet because we've decided that captains have the same helmets as the rest of the infantry, which is good. It's a nice little bit. Centurions are cool as fuck. They are. So do you reckon Centurions will be legended? Yeah, they'll legend all the firstborn stuff. They'll legend all the firstborn stuff apart from Land Raiders and Rhinos, and slowly kind of incorporate them into the full range. Because although they're not talking, they're not referring to Space Marines as Primaris and Firstborn anymore. They are just Space Marines, which has taken them far too long to kind of get to a point of being able to do that. Although they have started referring to them as just as Space Marines, and it's all one thing now. It's not worth their production time producing all the firstborn stuff. So they'll legend them all, not produce them anymore, and slowly, hopefully, start bringing some of the units into a new version, if you like. I don't want to say Primaris, because if I say Primaris, then it's missing the point of what I was just trying to make. So, like, hopefully we might see like a Devastator squad at some point. That sort of thing. Thing I dislike about them is that they look very static, but I don't hate them. I mean, they're supposed to look static because they're fucking walking weapons. I think they're supposed to look static. I just really like them. I think they look fab. I don't like. I will proviso that I don't like the assault ones with the weird drills on their arms. I don't think they look great. But the ones with the twin las cannons, fantastic models. I think they're really, really cool. Really stocky, really heavy, just like mini dreadnoughts. Look fucking brilliant. They look really good. I like them. Yes, that's much better, guys. I'm much happier with that. I'm much happier with that. Nice one, Chris. Nicely done, Chris. Give yourself a pat on the back, Chris. You got it. The ones with the assault drills need something more. Yeah, well, the ones with the assault drills just don't need to exist. They just don't need to exist. I think I can describe why people hate them. It's the we put a marine in your marine, similar to. It's exactly why they're so cool. I love the idea, but you got it. I like peak silliness, so I don't hate them. Yeah, peak silliness in 40k needs to happen more often. And it hasn't at the moment. There's been absolutely fuck all peak silliness in 40k recently. How are you doing, Rusty? Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How was your stream? What were you doing? We are painting a Death Spectre today. We're trying to get the Skaven Blight Dinge on the model so that we can then go and highlight it. But that's a really nice tone. How does that look compared to sitting next to a Raven Guard? Yeah, that looks okay. I actually quite like that grey. Demetria Titania. Demetria Titania, there she is. Looking fab. How am I doing? I'm good, thank you. You love Centurions. If I collected Marines, I'd buy a bunch of Saturnines and proxy them. Yeah, that's not bad. I think I'd still buy Centurions. I really like Centurions. Bit of No Man's Sky. What's No Man's Sky? Such no many sky. What? Damn you, capitalism. Bree paints used some Saturnines as Chaos Obliterators.
6-7.
Target, how are you doing, dude? Thank you very much. Check out what we're doing, Target. 6-7. 6-7, dude. 6-7.
Yeah, but we can always build more killbots.
We could in fact always build more killbots. We could in fact always build more killbots. No Man's Sky is a video game. Ah, Spectres of Death. Mine's bigger. What, your Spectre of Death is bigger? You have to know that Chris is a boomer who does not understand cultural references. Yeah, whatever. I don't play any computer games, and I sit in my own little bubble of not knowing stuff. Nightbringer almost done. Nightbringer is almost done. Rock and roll, Target. Rock and roll. That's gonna be awesome, dude. Hey Naya, how you doing? I just tuned in and may I ask what colour Chris is painting right now? Looks like some sort of Esching grey. It is actually... Isn't actually a very, very easy colour to answer. It's usually some kind of weird mix or something, but this is just Skaven Blight Dinge. This is just Skaven Blight Dinge. This will be up on Patreon. Like how and why and everything. I'm painting it like this. So follow over on there as well for this full kind of talk through, walk through, whatever you want to say. Different recipe. Different recipe. Oh, this. Yes, this is a different recipe to the Raven Guard. Thank you, Tari. Yeah, it's going a warm grey as opposed to a cold grey for the Raven Guard. So Raven Guard here, there's plenty of tutorials on that. This one will be a few days. You got to have a different recipe for each black armor chapter. No, not really. Like, I really like how my Raven Guard look, but I tried to paint the Death Spectres in that grey, and I wasn't really a big fan. So I've just shifted the grey to a warmer grey. So yeah, this is a warmer grey rather than a cold grey. Mainly because we have bone shoulder pads and bone helmets on the Death Spectres, and I didn't want them to clash. Well, I didn't want them to look too similar to the Raven Guard in terms of tone, so I think it's a good idea to shift the grey. And I found a really nice render of a Death Spectre that somebody did on Space Marine 2, and it is like this kind of slightly warmer grey, which looks really cool. I'll tell you what I did see recently that looks cool. Someone has made paint stamps. Oh yeah, you're tempted. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna say anything on that. If you choose to pick some up, I hope they work out alright for you. I have no shot at doing Lamentus decals with my stupid shaky hands. If it makes my life easier, I'm in. Nice. Personally, I would recommend trying to find some transfers. I'm pretty sure the place where I got these transfers probably do Lamenters as well, so you can go and check those out if you want. But I hope it works out. That will be good, Rusty. Why Lamenters? What drew you to Lamenters? Stamps could be nice for the checkers. You wouldn't be able to stamp. You won't be able to stamp checkers with the Goblin Hobbies thing because you won't be able to get the corners to join. Well, actually, I will take that back. If the Goblin Hobbies does checkers, the corners won't join because otherwise the stencil wouldn't be. You won't be able to cut the stencil out. The impatient tabletop. Where is that? Did I put it back? The transfer sheet I got for these had has checkers on it. I don't know where I put it. Right, that's Eldar again. Don't know where it's gone. Anyway. Death Spectres! Nigma, how are you doing? This will be up on Patreon as well, Nigma, if you want to... if you want to learn and listen to me talk about Death Spectres. Avian, check my latest video out on Patreon, dude. And also, I'm going to do a transfer video as well. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments of the video, so I can address those questions in the big video. Because I'm going to do I've got some transfers to do on. I'll get it out. I've got some transfers to do on these guys. So I've got some transfers to do on them. I've obviously got some transfers to do on the Death Spectres. I've got some transfers to do on the Raven Guard, and things like that. So I've got two or three different transfer applications which I'm going to do. One of them's going to be on a cloak, which will be really fun. So I want to try and get as much information as I can. So if you've got any questions, just drop them in the comments on the video, so that I can address them. But I just use Microsol. For what it's worth, I just use Microsol. And TLDR on the video, I go into why and everything, but I don't tend to... Well, it depends on the transfer, but I don't tend to put Microsol on before I put the transfer down. But it does. It depends on the transfer. Horus Heresy ones, I'm a bit more comfortable doing it. Transfers logo. Mostly because I imagine the chapter master for the Lamenters being like that old boy from the Fast Show. It's a nice day for a crusade. Knowing my luck, something will go wrong. Gets betrayed by the Mortifactors. Oh bugger. Lamenter's shoulder logo is probably big round one like Ultra's and might benefit from Sol. But just using set helps a lot. You'd be surprised how much a transfer sits if you just use water, by the way. And I will show that. I will show that on the video as well. But I really want to do a transfer video because I think transfers look the best. And I want everybody who is scared of using transfers to be able to use transfers. So !mark Patreon, drop me a follow over there so that you can get involved. And ask me what you want to know. Okay. Let's do some highlights. Now, question is, can we just do Eshin Grey? Or do we have to shift? I don't think we can. I think we're going to have to... Speaking of losing, I'm trying to settle my Necron list for my event in 2 weeks, looking at full horror. Oh, nice. Lots of flayed ones. You're going like my kill team. So Loyal Death Guard. What's Loyal Death Guard? What, these? These aren't Loyal Death Guard now. How's your week going, Manneringo? Start thinking about Dawn Heresy. It opens up so many more choices for... Yes! Loads more. Target's favourite song, the Tweety song.
share our warp stone, and I will not eat you. Yet.
Spiky. Spiky, you are going to be very, very happy with me, Spiky. Guess what the grey is on my Death Spectres. Spiky's gonna be proud of me. Skaven Blight Dinge. Your mum says, why did the Sons of Horus become the Black Templars though? Cursed. Did they? I did not know that. I thought Black Templars was like an Iron Imperial Fists. Is that right? Is that what I thought? I can't remember. In the Dornian. Oh, okay. My comfort is supposed to arrive tomorrow or Thursday. That is an acceptable colour choice. I'm glad you approve. I am very glad you approve. Oh, Cogfort. I thought you were going to be a Linus then and have like a comfort blanket or something. Someone bought 3 and had sticker shock. Oh. This guy's looking pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I need at least 2 cannons or big warp fire weapons. Oh, you go. Oh, of course, you're gonna make a Skaven cogfoot. I could get a week's plus of groceries for that price. I'm pretty sure I could eat for an entire month for that price. My only planned purchases are for 11th of the rulebook and mission card. Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good good place to start. $250 Canadian. Right, where are the rest of the highlight bits to go? And then we can place some more highlights and then start kind of tweaking and refining everything. In fact, let's start putting a little bit of bump on them, like that. It's looking good, thank you.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good,
It
though.
could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was
Get
terrible.
him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!
Cheers, Spikey. Spikey, it's your colour, you can't not like it. You just wanted to hear it again. It is one of my favourites. It's brilliant.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt
of elderberries.
I fought in your general direction. Early lunch break is almost done. Back to the start. See you later. Thanks for Skaven Blight Dinge, Spiky. The Death Spectres appreciate you. Right, so that is going to be yellow. We're going to do that yellow. So let's do that now. Wow. Now, do I do the cloak yellow? Or do I do that bone? I think I've got to do that bone, haven't I? Because this can be the only yellow on the model, pretty much. Um, Hey Sinister, how you doing? Bloody hell, that was loud. Was it? I'm a bit of a scythe user myself, you know. You are? Nice. Yeah, do we do that? We've got to do that, we've got to do that bone white, haven't we? Really? It was quite loud, was it? Don't think it was any louder than the other ones. But I might be wrong. You might be a scythe user, but are you a power scythe user? Stream is pretty quiet, so I've turned everything up, which is fine, but that freaking jump scared me. I'm sorry. Get the microphone over a bit. Sinister showed us his freehand. I had an itch and ordered a jump pack captain for the next character kit bash. Nice, what for your scythes? Basic shapes in flat colour. Oh, the freehand. Nice one. I need to go and make a cup of tea in a second because I'm hungry and a cup of tea will help. Yeah, I don't know whether to... I think I'll probably have to have at least one like jump pack unit for the Death Spectres. But I really want to try and keep them infantry, just like heavy infantry orientated. Like Gravis everywhere. Heavy intercessors everywhere. Is that yellow the right tone? Or do I need to be... I think I need to be more muted, don't I? I think I need to be more muted with the yellow. Terminators are the coolest space marines though, that's just a fact. Yes, yeah, I will definitely do some... I will definitely do some Terminators. Yeah, I think the yellow needs to be more muted than that, so we'll go to a Balor brown. We'll go to a Balor brown and yellow highlight on that, rather than shifting it to a green. That's the messy desert. Where's Balor brown? There's Balor brown. Okay. Yeah, let's pull the yellow back a fraction. Going with an ice yellow. There's ice yellow highlight in the grey, so I'll probably put some ice yellow in the Balor brown. Yeah. At least after the Avalanche Sunset. You got the Skaven cities of Sigmar. Nice, Luke. Nice, nice. Are you doing more time as well? Haha. Yep. You want a really nice effect on a power weapon, paint it dark sea green. Yep. Right, I'm going to go make a cup of tea. And then when we get back we can start, I'm going to start pulling all this grey together. Because we need to get a black. We need to get some glazing going, soften everything out. Kind of got everything placed. Okay, I will be right back, everybody. In fact, we'll just throw some more Balor Brown on there for a second. If you need to, because we've all been sat around for a while now, get up and go and make yourself a drink or have a stretch. There we go, that's better. And then we can put a dot of yellow if we need to. Okay. Be right back, everyone. Be right back, everybody. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Right. Right, I want to, before we do the grey, we're just going to get some Rakarth flesh and do the shoulder pads, I think. Or at least try. At least try. Where's the... there it is. Some Rakarth flesh. Because Rakarth flesh and white for shoulder pads and helmet seem to look pretty good, so let's go that direction. Yeah, somebody said that they've got extra power scythes. Yes, I do too. I do too. I have. I've got 5 power scythes to fit in. It was quite fun to do this one actually. I quite enjoyed doing that one. Right, now I should have left that. No, actually no, it's okay. I was going to say I could have left the whole of the face mask black to see what it looked like, but actually I think it's fine. So I believe this is a Mark 8 helmet. Which is perfect for the Gravis, I think. Peak Spectres, how you doing? That's the plan. These are allies for my Raven Guard. And these are the ones which will be running all the like heavy support options and choices, and particularly with 11th changing to the detachment system, I could have like a detachment of heavy support Death Spectres, which would be really good. Mark 8 is a good helmet design, it is indeed. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. I've got loads of Mark 7 and Mark 8 helmets to use for the Death Spectres as well, and I think they will look absolutely perfect. Because that was the other thing as well. Like because I I had all these helmets and I wasn't quite sure where I was going to use them because they didn't quite work for the Raven Guard. Raven Guard, obviously, far preferring a beaky one. Right now, do I do a black? Do I do black trim over a bone white shoulder pad, or do I do it all bone white? We shall decide later because we're going to paint it all bone white now. The Scythes inherited that Roman aesthetic of the Ultramarines, so I've got plenty of unused bits for them. The Roman aesthetic of the Ultramarines? Oh, your size of the Emperor. I got you. Which company is he the captain of? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. He'll have to lead some Gravis armor of some description. Or aggressors. Terminators are first company, aren't they? So he won't be leading Terminators because I can do a Terminator captain or a Terminator character for the Termies. I'm guessing the shoulder pad trim kind of lines up with the helmet trim as well. Don't have to be in Terminator armor. Okay. Terminator is still going first company. Yes, as far as I know. Hey Dio, how are you doing? How are you, dude? Do you want me to send you a link on the Ultramarine? Sure. But yeah, don't know what company is going to be chapter of. So it doesn't say anything about captains. Have I missed the captain bit? So there's no different trim. The trim's just gold. That's Ultramarines, isn't it? So that's not. Okay, so the trim's irrelevant then. Look at the helmets. Oh, is the commander a captain? Gotcha. So it's just normal helmet. Right. Oh, Pauldron Trim is the company. Oh. I'm not sure I'll do that. The knife shop is nearly complete. When are you coming over to make a knife? Oh, wow! I'd love to come over and make a knife, dude. That would be phenomenal. That would be so cool. That would be super, super cool. You're English. You aren't allowed knives. We're allowed knives. We just can't have a knife that's longer than 6 inches on the street. I've got loads of knives. I have loads of knives. We will make a 5-inch knife. We can make a 6-inch knife. 6-inch knife is fine. That one's 6-inch. That sounds awesome. Yes, definitely. Avian. I like the first answer to this. Paint your plastic army men however you want and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Purple, how long have we been having this conversation? I don't think I've ever seen anybody paint Space Marines with coloured shoulder pad trim matching the company they're from. I mean, to be fair, I've seen very, very, very few people actually paint Space Marines with a company, because they just paint the blue or whatever and leave them at that. I guess I'm enabling Chris, but I'm trying to help the best I can. Enabling me? Like, we have law. So, I'm just trying to adhere to the law. Now I have kind of picked and settled on my chapters. And it's exciting. I think if they do have black trim, it would stand out to the grey, and I'm quite pleased that I've shifted the armour to a grey rather than a black. I think the grey looks fantastic. Although we do have to be careful it doesn't look like Carcharodons. Never cared about company or ranks with my Marines, I just paint them whatever looks cool. Troy on YouTube, how you doing? Oh, put a little ultra blue and silver skulls to an ultramarine allowance. You mix companies for fun. I did my Indomitus squads as grey shields from different legions. I'm very much a combined arms battalion type of person. Mixing companies is in my blood. I can't remember which squad I was doing my reserve company. I think Desolation. I have some Desolation Marines. I'm not sure I want to do them as Death Spectres. I'm sure I have. Pretty sure I have. some heavy intercessors. So we can definitely do them. And I have, I'm sure I have 3 aggressors. So law is kind of whatever you make of it. Hey? On the one hand, I'll be painting all the companies in the correct colours and give everyone the correct markings and everything. On the other hand, I'll eventually make a side of the Emperor's Gulliman and Calgar.
As a demonstration of our power.
Bater Aziz.
What's happened here?
Another one, you moron.
I think I have one in the truck.
One advantage of Blood Angel's Death Company is no marking other than a red cross. So, following on from the earlier comment, is Warhammer 40,000 still a tabletop war game? Or is it just a tabletop board game? Best question is 40k WYSIWYG. I think WYSIWYG is coming back a little bit. I hope, maybe. All my Marines have digital weapons. I mean, it's about time. They've just had digital rules. Death Spectres. WYSIWYG can die in a fire. I'm all for modelling for clarity. What you see, Space Marines. What you get, Space Marines. For 40k, I think I don't mind, as I don't really look how the know the look of the units or their weapons, which is the whole point of WYSIWYG is dead. Because weapons and everything is just based on the card. That was my argument. This is a unit of intercessors. That's it. Nothing interesting. It is very disappointing that power size don't exist in 40k though. They exist in Horus Heresy. As do power spears. Spears, lancers, power spears or power lancers, one of the two, exist in Horus Heresy, which I was very excited by. Which is also why I felt pretty cool for giving my Raven Guard Librarian one. Right, so anyway, I'm faffing now, just putting coat after coat of this on the pauldrons. Sometimes it was just really, really strong mug of ale. So do you think I should do black trim on the shoulder pads? It might break that barrier a little bit. Might help break the bone white and grey barrier. Yes, I did in fact have a Space Wolf wielding plasma pistol and an Ailstein. Oh my word. Oh my god, they should add that to the Leagues of Votan, a power mug instead of a power fist. Oh god. I think it should be more about communication with your opponent, even using full official Blood Bowl minis. People struggle to know which ones are which. Talk to your people, don't assume, 100%. Yeah, that's one way communication has changed. As we kind of highlighted on stream the other week with the whole oh, this unit has hazardous. Rather than this unit is always going to overcharge their plasma pistols. Because that's the right thing to do. Red eyes, right? You definitely have red eyes on Death Spectres. Okay, so let's I'm going to get some Skaven Blight Dinge and a little bit of black. And make a nice dark shade glaze shade. Let's go again. Did you see the new Roman style game from the Bushido? I didn't know. A lot of people have happier lives. Anyway, Bushido, yay! How's the Bushido stuff going? Had a really good demo today. Oh, nice one. Have you played a game at home with Teeny? They do look good though. Goat Song minis. Had an explanation of Goat Song, but the minis didn't call to us much. Goat Song. They've got some cool mutations. Didn't buy a single Games Workshop product at UK Games Expo. Nice one. What did you pick up? Did you get some Bushido stuff? Did you pick up some Bushido stuff in the end? Hey Clegg, how you doing? Tired and not recovered from UK Games Expo. Bushido, Warp Minis, lots of games, some K47. Conflict 47, because they had the pre-order minis available. Nice. Also got some of the Art of books we'd been struggling to get for reasonable prices. Nice one. Laura picked up Cats of Monte St. Michael, which had the full set with all of the minis. Also got some of the art of the book. Fantastic. What's on the painting table at the moment, Manaringo? Benny, I've been slowly working on the feck, trying to get the purple blue skin the way I want it. I've been prepping Bushido and Middle Earth Strategy Battle game. Fantastico. What sort of company would some like aggressors or heavy intercessors be most likely? Because we have a company number to put on this knee pad. We have a company number to put on this knee pad. My son with me, we were walking the halls and playing some board games. Nice. Fantastico. I forgot to do the Imperialis, so let's at least get that brushed in. Looking pretty good. It is getting a little bit warm in here now, so I will go and have my chili in a little sec. Boom. I think that was pretty cool. I think he's looking pretty cool. Still don't know what colour to do his cloth. Like this cloth that goes over. I don't know whether to do that like brown leathery colour or red. Red's probably the go-to annoyance, so I think XV88 is probably the way to go with that. Death Spectres is a way to use up bits not in the emo marines but still have them tied in, right? Yes, exactly that, pretty much. It's so that I can get the heavy support stuff into my 40k Raven Guard army without having them as Raven Guard, because I want my Raven Guard to be really converted and stealthy. So I thought if I just shift all the heavy support stuff over to allies, then I can Death Spectre and Raven Guard, and I think they will go quite well together on the battlefield like that. I think that will look quite cool. So we'll see how good that actually is. And the next question is whether the iron halo is going to be gold or silver. That obviously has to be silver, so we can put a coat of silver on from that. Do you mind me being a pest on trying to figure out Exterminatus detritus? No, not at all. Why? What are you trying to work out? So trying to figure out what to put on there for the rest. Tactical rocks would make sense, but kind of dull. Wait, what? So I did the crackle paint on my bases, brushed them up, but I figure I need something more on the base. Potato picks. I can put a few skulls on the bases of the unit, but one on each base is too much. Yeah, one skull on each base is too much. I just use rocks, like small rocks, which is why I've got the variation of the stones and everything in my selections. Right, is that everything? That probably needs to be silver. Yeah, I don't know whether to do the Iron Halos gold or silver. It's a weird one, that. A bit of twig for some variety. You could put twigs on. It depends, like, it purely depends what sort of battlefield you want them on. Like, you could throw industrial bent iron, angle iron on if you want, like rusty angle iron on it if you wanted to. Yeah, do I do that? I think I do that gold. I think I do the Iron Halo gold. I think we do gold details, don't we? Right. There we go. And then just make that barrel silver just while we're here. There we go. Bullet casings. Yeah, bullet casings. It's funny to me if it's an Iron Halo but everyone paints it gold. Yeah. That is... I was just thinking that. Right. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. What? Am I getting distracted? No, I'm painting. Yeah, we'll do that gold. We've got some little bits and bobs around here which we've got to kind of decide what colour they're going to be.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
So fluffy! I'll get there, I'll get there. Chris Rebar is also a good call. I think he can live via Purple's kitties. Who can live via Purple's kitties? Right. Close down the old favourite of bolt gun metal from 1992. Poe! Useful reason to have emotes of cozy potatoes. If Purple posts too many Tato pics, I will kidnap them. It's the exterminator's thing that kind of makes it screwy, was thinking a little guttering phosphex. But then I'll have to do some OSL. She never goes on anyone's lap, apart from yours. Apart from yours. Hypo. Wah! Kitten attack! Ah! Kitten attack! Kitten sleep. Kitten asleep. Kitten attack. Kitten sleep. Kitten attack. Kitten sleep.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
She's so fluffy! Oh, haven't we had new Pepper pictures? We have, look, we've got new Pepper pictures. Pepper, 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 Pepper. Where's Pepper? Hello, Pepper. She looks quite. I think Pepper looks quite big. I think she looks quite big for a pusscat, for a little kitten. Pepper with the dog. Is it that one? No. That one? No. Where's Pepper with the dog? Pepper with a cat. Oh, that one. Yeah. Proper cool. Proper cool. Oh, that one! There we go. My dinner now. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right, I am going to go make some dinner. Make some dinner. Troy over on YouTube got a few old Devastator Squad 92 with funky 80s Art Deco, no original shoulder mount arms or backpack, so 3D printing, twin plasma cannon arm and a power fist, which isn't standard. Nice. He is also he is called Maverick and is a white Bengal with fawn markings. Wait, what? Oh, one of the local kitties has been spending so much time hunting in and around our house it didn't go home for a couple of days. Oh! Man, a Ringo stolen a pusscat. Kind of feel weird now seeing house cats outside. What are we thinking, everybody? I think this is looking pretty good. Right. It's a good scheme. Looks very nice. Thank you. I need to link you a fun channel. It's Paul is bad at stuff, and not only does he have an army with 18 Centurions, Raven Guard Successor Chapter player, is he a tournament player? Because 18 Centurions, Raven Guard 18 Centurions was a tournament list one edition ago. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Fantastic. Right. Is there anybody on? See if there is anybody on. Poopy pants. Oh, poopy paints. Oh, poppy paints. For fuck's sake. Yeah, there's nobody on, is there? There's nobody on. Okay, right, so we'll raid Kaz. Say hello to Kaz for me. And I will see you... I'll probably see you tomorrow, because I didn't stream yesterday. So I'll probably see you tomorrow, and then I'll get more of this guy finished and done. Ready for a Patreon video and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks very much, everybody. Take care. See you later. See you later. Bye.